Hello everyone. Welcome to Golden Shower Sunday stream. What is today? May 7th, 2023. I'm joined as always with my co-host Hex.
What's up, world?
He's wearing purple as usual.
Yeah,
And then we have our guest Robbie the Fire today. Hey Robbie.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on. Been properly serenaded by that sweet intro music.
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty groovy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a nice funk to it. You get the little raindrops going. It's a nice touch.
Hey, appreciate
that. I was thinking the other day of other people with the name Golden Showers. If other people think of piss when they hear the word, that's on them. That makes them the fucking perverts. Like, I'm not the pervert for using it. You know what I mean?
That's not what you were going for? What were you going for with Golden Showers?
I was talking about beautiful rainstorms in the forest and the sunshine and stuff, you know? And
I would have gone with rain showers then, or really anything other than golden showers, unless I figured it was a pee thing. Didn't bother me. I was like, these people are getting after it. Cool. It's nice throwing out the non-sexual sex vibes.
I know. But it just happened. So there it is. So welcome. You actually were on with me and Hex forever ago. I don't even know if it was.
Yeah, back around when we first started doing this regularly.
Yeah. That was for fucking ever ago.
There was no golden shower talk, though. It didn't come up once. I was disappointed. I figured that would be the discussion, but no one mentioned it the whole time. I had to leave confused.
So how you been, Robbie?
I've been all right, on the road a little bit with Davey Smith, which is fun. Now it's porch tour season. I've not confirmed a single date yet because I'm completely lazy, and I've been pampered by this good Davey Smith life where they just tell me where to be, and I don't have to take care of anything because I really don't like logistics. It's not something I enjoy.
I feel that. I get that completely.
Yeah, they just tell you where to show up and where to go, right? And you just do it.
I just show up and do it. Although the backyards are the most fun, People get to bring their own beers. It's more of a party evening, but it actually takes me sitting down at a computer and yelling at Delta and looking at plane tickets and routes and maps. I hate the whole thing.
Yeah, that is a lot. Especially if you do probably shows in a row where you have to go to a bunch of different cities and stuff.
Well, I essentially discovered that's the only way that I don't lose money is if I stack the cities, which also makes the logistics tougher.
Well, I hope it all comes together for you.
I hope so too. It's fun though. Those I've had some wacky weekends of Thursday one city, Friday another, Saturday somewhere, Sunday another place. It does get kind of cool when you cover half the country in a 4-day stretch.
Yeah, and hang out with a bunch of different fucking nerdy ass libertarian types from all over.
Yeah, well, in that regard, it's actually more fun if they're not stacked because then sometimes you get people, it's like their party night and they're like, we're fucking out. And you're like, I got to be in the next town in 10 minutes. It was nice to see you though. So that part's actually not as much fun because that actually happened to me last year at Childerberg, where the first time I did Childerberg, it was the best gig I'd done all year. And then last year, I did it in between 3 other gigs. So by the time I got there, it was just, we're like, I want to go home. So that definitely does happen. Or I had the first time I did Denver, I was planning on that being more of a party town. So I was in Mexico beforehand. And everyone's like, we got a fucking party. I was like, no, that's the next town. So I don't know. But I like being on the move, gigging, working on the comedy.
Well, good. Seems like you made a pretty good life of it.
Trying. What about you guys? What's going on canvassing? Have you started knocking on doors yet?
Not yet. I've been kind of
city council?
Yeah, I'm going to. Brock was like, oh, you don't need to knock on doors. You're going to win. And I was like, oh, that's really nice to say. But I have to follow through with what I said about how I want to knock on doors and fucking get to actually talk to the people in my district because the motherfucker I'm running against isn't going to talk to anybody. So. And who
are you running against? Is it the guy who had the position beforehand?
He didn't have this district, but he's been in the at-large position for 12 years. So now he's strategically moving to a district position to term out in the district position. So and he's so boring and blah.
Yeah. Do you have any good juice on him? Any good beef? Gonna run some hit pieces.
He was recalled. They tried to recall him before, so I have all this. I have all those petitions and everything. So
what are they?
that's the dirt I got.
Not to take over the show, but what they try and recall him for. I want to run some hit pieces on this. Can we pull up a picture of him? Can I see what this goofball looks like?
Yeah, Bob Pfeiffer. I'll put it's Bob Pfeiffer, Paul.
Little buddy Foo-Foo.
So he in our town, which is like a sprawling suburb, they 2 years or right around 2020, they said we're going to force everyone to use the same trash service, which makes sense in some cities to have one trash service, right? But this is a sprawling suburb. Let us fucking pick our trash service that we want. So they were like, okay, they basically got a deal from this trash service to make it forced on people. And so then everyone was like, no, fuck you. And this guy said in an article, he was like, oh, we couldn't put this to vote because it's so difficult to like go through all the information about trash trucks on the road, like just making a big, like, no, A, we're not too stupid. We could have voted on this. And B, like, yeah, that's him. That's him. All right.
Yeah, such a dork right there.
So they tried to recall him and another city council lady, but it didn't fully recall. But they did have to make it so that you had to everyone had to be able to opt out now. But even if you opt out, you still pay a fee. You still pay into their trash fee. It's like this new tax they added on.
Are you paying for trash services that you aren't even using? Now you got to get some interviews with people that got stuck with trash. The trash service wasn't working for them. You got to get like some old lady who just find a hoarder and pretend like that's because of the decision that he made. He goes, do you see the way I'm living now? They haven't picked up my trash in 3 years. I've been trying to get rid of this box of crickets, and they just won't pick them up.
Yeah, well, when I go door to door, I'll find some people like that for sure.
Yeah, the dirtiest old lady that you find, whose house is just filled with cat turds. You got to do a scandal piece as if she's just the trash people just won't pick it up. She was forced to bring it back indoors because the neighbors were complaining, and now she's just living with all this trash because of that car salesman-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, so all these people who are giving me the dirt really don't like him. So they're on my side because when the local city wrote or the local paper wrote kind of a hit piece on me, my one friend was like, we're gonna write letters to the editor right back. Oh, thanks, St. Michael on Rumble for the $10. Like we're gonna write letters to the editor. Oh, because they made a big deal about it because it is a nonpartisan race, and me and Merle just put I just put Libertarian Party on the affidavit. I was just filling it out. Like I didn't think to not put it on there. And
right.
So they made they're like, this is a nonpartisan rights and they're libertarians. Like coming in saying they're like, it wasn't even a fucking big deal. But so he's like, it's always been partisan. There's always been a right candidate and a left candidate. And the decisions they make are very much run by like paid for by the school unions and shit like that. So it's like,
can I write the commercial for you? This is how it starts. You're on a lawn, it's filled with trash, and you go, are you sick of trash on your lawn? And then we jump to you, and you're with like these unbelievably hot, young trash guys. And you're like, would you like to have hunks like this being able to come to your doors and safely remove all your garbage? And then you show the guys, and they're just, well, these hot hunks want to work, and that garbage wants to get off your lawn. I'll make it happen. What's the other guy's name? Bob. And then just Piper. Go, Bob sucks.
I think just hire Robbie.
Maybe that should just be your slogan. Instead of running a campaign, just Bob sucks. With
his picture. Good. It'd probably work. People don't even know who he is. He's been in for 12 years. And I'm like, yeah, have you heard of Bob? Like they either know him from that scandal and they hate him, or they've never fucking heard of him.
Or you can run those campaigns. Do you even know who your city council person is? Bob sucks. Vote Jessica Fensky.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It should be, but who knows? It's going to be, I didn't want it to be on this trajectory, especially as early as it went on this trajectory and how it went on to this, but now it's like, I can't not. I gotta walk the walk. You know, and then because when you walk the walk too, then you can rub it in other people's fucking faces. That's my whole plan.
So when does it actually come to a vote?
November 7th.
Oh, so you got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You got a whole summer plus the fall.
And my friend wrote like a 22-page campaign plan and everything, so we're all set.
Nice.
But anyways, enough about me. I hate talking about me, and like everyone just wants to talk about me. Like, let's
I can have the
see.
night of the sparklers, like get a march going,
Should.
lead people around the neighborhood as if it's like a
Like
ceremony.
Charlottesville, but with
Yeah,
sparklers.
with sparklers. Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. People are already like trying to post that picture to like shame me and stuff, and I'm like,
You're like, that was my best work. Are you kidding me? You're not gonna make me feel bad about that. I was singing songs. I got to show off my bum. I was able to show off my my heat tolerance. I brought in money for my family.
yeah, it shows I'm willing to do things for a cause. You know.
There you go. Yeah. Not just everyone brings sparklers to Twitter. It's usually just everyone screaming, yelling, having no fun.
Exactly. I'm doing a culture. I'm changing the culture. Oh, God.
Or need.
What was that?
You're the culture warrior we need.
I'm trying. I love that, like, Mises and all them, like, are supporting me, but I'm sure they're just, like, every day, like, oh, Jesus, what's she going to say? What's she going to do?
No, I think
but it just shows they're
fine.
they're not my handlers, and they're not. No one's fucking groomed me like AOC or any of that shit. You know, like I'm very organic, so can't deny that.
I think that's a positive though.
That's all I got.
So you mentioned porch tour season is coming up. If you make it to Cleveland, our friends Adam and Alice, they said if you come here, you can have a porch tour at their house.
They got a porch for me? I'll play Cleveland.
Yep.
robsnewsroom@gmail.com. If you or just message me afterward. I would be game for Cleveland. Because even though I didn't draw that well in Pittsburgh, I think, what are you, like 3 hours from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I'd probably try and road trip that one. That could be cool. I've never done Cleveland, and I don't know if me and Dave have any Cleveland dates scheduled. I don't remember, so I would definitely be down.
Cool. I'll let him know.
How long is the Dave tour going, or is it just whenever
I'm just
they
waiting.
do it?
I guess it's ongoing, but I'm waiting on dates because he only wants to do 2 weekends a month. So ideally, I would just have had all those weekends through the end of the year. So I've been a little delayed pulling the trigger on stuff, but I mean, that would be perfect. If he wants to do 2 weekends a month, then I just hit all the other cities that we're not going to end up doing over the year because he does, we'll do 5 shows in a single location with him. But once again, those are those logistics I don't like actually dealing with. You guys have jokes for me? Also, if I had more new material, then it would be easier just to go back to markets.
Yeah, that's true. How long does it take to like have a good, I don't know, 30 minutes of material?
I don't know. I've been doing comedy 12 years. I don't love my current half hour, so I guess 15 years.
Yeah, probably your own worst critic, anyways, right?
Well, yes and no, because I know the difference between the jokes that are like slamming and the jokes that are doing okay. And so I guess, yes, I'm my own worst critic that my jokes that are doing okay, I think other people would probably be happier with. But like I'm in my set and I know the jokes that are like rocking, and like in my head it's like I want to get the whole act to that level. Like, and then it's weird because just jokes take like, I don't know. I very few jokes that you just write and they work as is. Almost every single joke, it's like it's like it's working, and you do it a while to get it over that hump where like it's really killing. But it's just until you get it there, it's just, I mean, you can't. It's annoying because there's no workaround for the process, which is getting up and just eating it until magically it just clicks.
It's always interesting watching y'all like work. 'Cause as you know, your friend Kyle and Matt from Steamboat, they stayed at my house. And so one night they did a show and I recorded it, and they're both like watching it and taking notes. It's just
Right.
funny, I guess. He's like, this 7 seconds, like it's by seconds that you guys kind of figure shit out. It's crazy.
Yeah, and rewatching sets can be painful.
Oh yeah, all my speeches and stuff, even I've been like, oh shit, like I don't.
Oh,
like
you've recorded speeches?
Yeah, all that stuff I've had to do so far, it's like, well, what are you gonna do? I guess that means obviously it's not comedy, it's just speeches. But although I do throw some comedy in, I get a little laughs. I'm getting a little laughs, so
There you go. You're gonna be a beast. You're gonna be the one everyone shakes when you walk into a room because they just know you're gonna get your way. You're gonna have that wardrobe of like the fancy pantsuits, but the lady ones that are just like single buttoned, pinstriped, power look. You walk in with a briefcase for no reason. You open it up, there's no papers because you're just talking off the top of the head, and then they just go, all right, you can have that road or you can pass that law, whatever it is. They'll just know. Don't get in our way.
Yeah. And if I walk in with a suitcase or briefcase and it actually opens and just like something stupid falls out, like...
just sparklers.
Damn it, I was just about to say
yeah, sparklers and old tweets.
That would be great. There's another great commercial. You should be charging me right now.
Oh, you're gonna get a bill. This was not free. I hope.
I was about to say, you should probably just hire Robbie at this point.
Campaign director?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's
Dan Smocks was talking to me at one point because I do want to make some silly fucking videos just because I can now, you know.
Well, Smots is the absolute best at that. The stuff he was doing with Jeremy Kaufman was pretty great.
Yeah.
He's a demanding director. He forced me to get nude in front of people at PorkFest. I wasn't comfortable with that, and he basically tricked me into it. I still am in therapy over the incident, so just be careful with him. He's very, very intimidating.
Okay, I will. Yeah, that was when you were a cop, right?
Yeah.
That was funny. The best part about that is when you kicked over the tea table. I would not have been able to keep it together if I saw that. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I wish we had cut that down to like just a 3-minute thing, because like it was a little bit long to get to me being naked at the end, which I know is what everyone was there for. And I think my buns, were represented nicely, so at least he gave me a favorable shot.
Oh, that is sweet. Good job, Dan. Good job, Dan Spots. Oh, Big Hands is still in therapy. So. I should say to our watchers, our tens of watchers, regular homies, Hex and I we're taking like a time to break from the scheduled golden showers. Just want to throw that in there. We'll probably try to do one a month after May, but because I can't fucking schedule or shit right now, so gotta leave my schedule a little more open. And Hex is gonna
Scissor Sisters, Scissor Streams.
I would like to still do at least 1 or 2 of those a month, but that's been cut back way back too. But the weekends especially, I'm like, I gotta leave that more open. I'll still do late last minute shit, but
yeah. What are the Forest Mommy weekend plans? Just strolling around in the woods, hope you don't get eaten by cougars.
No, I have to do door knocking on the weekends. I feel like in the summer, if I'm gonna be serious, like I can't. I put it out there that I'm gonna door knock, so now I fucking have to, which like sucks. But
maybe you should get yourself a walking stick so you can walk up to people's doors like Gandalf.
Get yourself a pimp cane.
Just like be a weirdo.
Yeah, you should get Andy to be on your walking committee. Just to
okay. Andy's great. Everyone's out here.
But Andy's got to be in a full suit in the heat of summer and like one of those white suits, but he's just dripping sweat out of it.
He cut his hair, by the way.
No, then forget it. He's off the committee.
Yeah, he looks.
I don't like that at all.
Right now.
He needed that signature Jewfro, even though he wasn't Jewish. Constantly looks like he was going to like a prom or bar mitzvah party or something.
Everyone out here is so goofy looking. I love it.
But he's got short hair now.
Yeah, he lets it grow out and then cuts it, so he's letting it'll grow out again. But
so
yeah,
he's not permanently not afroed.
No, but he looks so much different. It's so like the first time we saw him, it was just like, it's funny. What? Oh, they got the cat. Gotta get the cat her screen time.
Yep. Say hi.
My cat.
How long have you had your cat for?
Got her September of last year.
Oh, okay. That's not too old.
No, she's still young.
Yeah, when we got her, she was only like a month and a half old.
So little.
And cats like live forever, right? I mean, they'll eat your corpse. I think that's what they
Pretty
say.
much.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. Otherwise, you just sit there and just like decompose slowly.
Yep.
I think the other day because I walked by, there's a fucking road or a cougar killed deer like right off the road where I was walking down here. And I was like, I mean, it would suck to die by getting eaten by a mountain lion, but like it'd be kind of cool too, right? Like I feel like you'd be like well known for that for sure. No one would like live that down. But
You feel
I
like
don't want that to happen.
you feel like being eaten by a cougar is an honorable death.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's the
like
most.
you're giving back
Wow.
To the mountain lions.
conservation effort, in a way. Keeps them alive for a little bit longer. Oh, sorry, I'm not so chatty. I've been like waking up fucking early. Do you ever like have a morning where it's not even fucking 11? I don't know if you have those kind of mornings.
That's early to you? God damn, you live a nice lifestyle.
No,
that's like teenagers sleeping in on a Sunday is 11, and you're like, I can't believe it. I'm waking up before 11. I just don't have the energy for life.
No, like you get up so early, and then it's still like it's not even like you think, it's been
okay, I got you.
Day already,
and you're like, I've already had a full day.
Yeah,
I'm ready for a nap.
It's been like that for me today. Jesus.
Right.
Everyone wants to just fucking tear Forest Mommy down, man.
Is that what it is? You're online at Twitter at 7 a.m. addressing PR concerns of people who are tearing you down. So it's just like you clock in 5 hours in the morning of just solid Twitter time to maintain the reputation.
Yeah, I mean it's a full-time job now, It's brought me everything it's brought me everything I am right now. Twitter.
There you go. You wouldn't have that fancy forest home or fireplace without that Twitter money coming in.
Yeah.
All the riches of Twitter is what you see before you.
With my $10 super chats from St. Michael too. We're just rolling.
Oh, St. Michael. He's a good man. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he bailed on the Run Your Mouth Enterprises.
Oh yeah, or he got a job, I think, at one point
what
too.
A loser. Where are your priorities, St. Michael?
Yeah, come on, Mike.
He's great. He's a big supporter of the FMU. He's been sweet. What else? What else is going on?
So what time is early morning wake up for Forest Mommy?
When I'm here, I wake up at like 5:30.
Oh, that's brutal. Why?
That's me 5 days a week.
Yeah. At home, I don't. At the other, like regular home, I don't wake up that early. But here, I'm up that fucking early all the time.
Why the forest wakes you up? You hear the trees in the morning.
Yeah, I hear them stretching.
Yeah, you're so in line with the forest atmosphere. You wake up.
I do
with
feel
like
what is it? The Arcadian schedule, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not a fucking biologist. Yeah, the schedule's all reset. And I don't forget who said this, but someone was on Rogan not too long ago and saying like when the early sun hits your eyes, it just helps reset. Like early in the morning, the earlier you see the sun, the better. So maybe I just kind of getting that here, and because I wake up and watch the sunrise because it's beautiful. Yeah. Apparently, I might be able to see the Northern Lights tonight if there's no clouds.
Dude, the stars out by you are unbelievable.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to take some drugs and hang out, just look at stars. Because when we left porch tour the last time, I made the guys pull over just so we could check out the stars. I couldn't believe, like out by the road, I couldn't believe it. It feels like you're in a planetarium. I don't know. It's just like it's. I never get anything even remotely close to that over here.
No.
Or I meant to say the raised sun at 11 a.m.
What? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
We drank 24 beers last night. So
who did?
Paul.
Wow, that's a pretty solid amount of beers, buddy. Good for you. Was it Bud Light? You trying to make yourself gay?
Anytime, Paul.
He's already special needs, so he might as well be gay too.
Yeah, why not? Gay and special needs. That's got to come with a nice retirement check. I need no help with that, LOL. Very nice. Why were you drinking 24 beers? That's a hell of an evening.
You can hop on, Paul, and say if you want.
I do it every Saturday night on our show. I just get hammered drunk every Saturday.
Why you guys also do a live show on Saturday nights?
Yeah, sibling
Him
rivalry.
and his brother do.
You ever want to come on? Talk to my brother. He does booking.
All right,
Love
and
to have
you'll take down 24 beers in a stream.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you. I don't think I could throw back beers like that anymore. I mean,
I can only do it with beers. Hard liquor, I'd be faced after like 6 drinks.
Really?
I've always had an affinity for beer. I don't know why.
What's your
I am
beer?
as God made me. Right now, it's doctor prescribed Michelob Ultra because of the diabetes.
Okay, I mean that still doesn't sound healthy, but that's great that you describe it as doctor prescribed. The doctor's like, hey, listen, if you're gonna take down 24 beers and 24,000 calories of pure carbohydrates, sugar, and alcohol, let's at least make it diabetic friendly and go Michelob Ultra, which doesn't even taste good. At that point, you might as well convert to hard liquor, buddy.
Oh, dude, I'm totally fine with all beers. There's no such thing as a bad beer, just some better than others.
I only had one experience with Michelob Ultra. I don't know why I bought Michelob. I have no idea. It was not a health kick, but for some reason, I bought Michelob Ultra, and I was going to see the Allman Brothers along with, I feel like Bob Weir and Rat Dog, I believe. I think the Allman Brothers were opening up for Bob, or maybe I was just seeing Bob Weir and Rat Dog. I don't remember. That's how good of a night it was. And we showed up. There were two really funny things that happened. The first thing was I took down like a 6-pack in like the half hour, not even like the 15 minutes walking in. And I remember like by the end of that 6-pack, like I was like dry heaving. Like this was like college energy. I don't drink like this anymore. I very rarely am like in go mode getting fucked up. And I hadn't smoked weed in years because I did like a whole religious stint in yeshiva between high school and college and stuff. And I was just like smoking random people's weed, like you know, the hippie people were out dancing in circles, listening to the Dead, and I was just taking pulls on their shit. And I remember at one point I was in the bathroom washing my hands, and I was so stoned I couldn't see my reflection in the mirror. I thought I died and became a ghost. I was like, I'm telling you, I was so fucking stoned. I was like washing my hands, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, what happened to me? Am I like dead now? And then I realized that there was just no mirror, and I was looking at the other side of the bathroom. Like, it was just with no mirror. But I swear, I was sitting there for a while, just washing my hands, going, what happened? I think I'm dead. How did I die at this concert? I don't even remember dying. And then, this was the other great moment from this concert, was I don't know why me and my friends had this policy. This policy doesn't make sense. If anything, it didn't benefit me. But we used to do whoever was driving paid for gas, which doesn't make sense. It should work the other way, that if it's my car and I'm driving, everyone else should chip in for gas. And I was almost always the driver. So I don't know why this system worked that way, but that's the way it worked. It was just whoever's car it was picked up gas. Like, that's the way, I mean, that's the way I guess adults do it. If it's your car, you're driving, you pay for gas. So I guess, like, it's not normal, but looking back on high school or, you know, early college, not having any money, that certainly didn't make a ton of sense. My friend drove the car home because I got so fucked up, and we pulled into a gas station, and this is so great. We sat at this gas station asleep for an hour and a half because my friend's also just like a lazy guy, just falls asleep and shit, and I was all fucked up. I was in the passenger seat, he's in the driver's seat. I saw that we pulled into a gas station. I was like, oh, he's going to fill up. It's his car, so I went back to bed. I don't know why there was no communication. He thought I was going to... Literally, I woke him up. We were sitting there for an hour and a half. I was like, dude, aren't you going to fill up? And he's like, it's your car. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I couldn't believe that no one at the gas station came out to the car just to be like, you know, you guys have been sitting here for an hour and a half. But
it was like at the pump? You're sitting at the pump?
Yeah, car was just at the pump, and we both fell asleep in that car for at least... I mean, it was a good hour and a half, if not longer.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. I miss every time I go to a concert now, it's like I never really, like, I don't know, sometimes I'm driving or whatever. I very rarely get the opportunity to, like, just go ham and get fucked up at a concert.
Yeah, I only drink on Saturday nights. Like, outside of that,
so you got to make up for the whole week. Then it makes sense, you know? Yeah, I was thinking 24 is excessive, but when you tell me you're trying to pack a whole week's of drinking into one night, that just makes sense.
That's all. I mean, I went to college in Wisconsin, and then I joined the Navy, so, yeah. Exactly.
You're well practiced.
Yeah.
I could do 24 if I was like doing other stuff too, but that'd be it. That's like I asked Paul, I'm like, how do you do that without that? Like, I throw up.
When I was in the Navy, I turned 26 the year the Packers won the Super Bowl, and we were overseas, and I had an off day, and me and my buddy, my buddy found out. He's like, "You can drink 24 beers in one sitting." I'm like, "Yeah, and I can do it really quickly too, like 3 hours." And he's like, "There's no fucking way." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's do it. Let's do a beer race." So on my birthday, the night of the Super Bowl, we got up in the morning. We went to the gas station on the military base. We each bought a 24 pack of beer at like 9 in the morning, sat down, and then we started drinking. And it turned into this like big thing where we gathered a crowd on the base to watch us do it. And so much to the point people were live. This was when Facebook was like brand new. They were like live streaming it on Facebook, like giving updates and shit. We got called by the base CO, like the actual 06 in charge of the base. He called and he's like, "Hey guys, I don't care if you guys get fucked up on your day off, but can you stop broadcasting it on social media?" And we're like, "Yeah, I suppose we could do that." And then I passed out drunk by 12. I finished first, and then he passed out at like beer 16. And then we slept, and then we woke up in the middle of the night to watch the Super Bowl, and then I just got hammered off Jameson the rest of that night. Packers won. Fuck the Steelers.
The other day they on Skanks, Legion of Skanks, if you guys don't watch that podcast, they did Edward 40 Hands, which is not a game I've ever played. But I can't remember the last time like I drank beer like excessively or fast. I'd be curious to even know to what extent I could handle a 40 or 240s. It's just not the way I drink anymore. I can't I don't even know the last time I was like chugging back beers.
From what I've been told, because I don't remember beer 24 most of the time, but I'm told that I'm really, really good up until about beer 21 to 22 in that range. And then the slurs happen, like racial slurs, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to ask what kind of slurs.
And then beer 24, I'm pretty much gone.
Happens to the best
you were
of
holding
us.
it together last night watching you. I remember you announced 21, I think, and then that's when I...
Have you ever pissed a bed having drinking 24 beers
Nope,
and going to bed?
I've never pissed the bed drunk, and I've never threw up from over drinking beer. I have thrown up from drinking liquor. Liquor is not my game.
I haven't thrown up from drinking in a long time, but I used to have to go up on throw up walks. Like that used to I'd overdone it and like I was sick and like I knew I was gonna have to throw up. That used to be when I was still going to synagogue. I would get hammered on Saturdays. And then Saturday I would go to sleep all day, and then Saturday nights I used to go for take some paper towels, go for a walk, and make it happen. I don't know why I decided to share that story.
That's good. I threw up when I was on Simcast not too long. Well, like as I ran out the door because I found it someone like next to the door later on.
Wait, you recently threw up on a podcast?
It was like 3 months ago. Yeah, like me and her were texting back and forth on the appearance, and she was like really excited. And I'm watching, and like she started off strong. She's doing great, in full force mommy mode. And then like I'd say 15 minutes into the show, you just see her face turn. Like something turns on a dime, and then all of a sudden she goes like this.
Oh,
and I'm like, she didn't turn the camera off. She had her mic muted, but I'm like, "Are you puking on camera right now?" And she's like, "Yep." And then the camera went off for like 5 minutes. She came back, held it together, and then she just left. She just bounced.
What did you in?
I was just drinking tequila really fast for some reason, tequila and pineapple juice, and I was drinking it. I was like, what was I thinking? I don't even know if it was like, I don't even know what I was thinking, but
you were so good until you weren't.
It goes fast. And then I was just in the shower for like probably an hour, just like sitting
no
there
good.
like that.
No good.
I remember it all, so that's that's good.
What kind of tequila?
It's probably Hornitos Reposado, probably. Most likely.
It's a good one.
Yeah, not terrible. Embarrassing, but not terrible. There's been
there's worse podcasts to throw up. Like there's somewhere it's almost funny that someone was drinking and partying, Like if you got on like Ron Paul's podcast and you were hammered and threw up, that's a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like to get on the Simcast, whatever. That's
Yeah,
fun.
that-
show
That
known for
seems to
hot
fit
chicks.
what's going
Bunch
on
of
over
dudes
there.
like going on. It's pretty cool, actually. I agree.
That was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, I was being funny, I think, that time. I was being pretty funny, and then I wasn't. So I've been good about it. I had a while of COVID, man. Got me messed up. But we're cleaning out now. It's all good.
You had COVID recently again?
No, I'm just saying, like, the whole COVID stuff definitely made me drink more and
Oh
party more.
yeah. I got rid of all the booze from my house. That was a good run though. I had a no booze in the house rule up until COVID, and then I broke that rule, and then I drank every night for the entire duration.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So how long you have none there now? You've been doing
What?
that for a while? Nice.
No, what do you ask?
But you've gotten it out of the apartment now for a while?
Yeah, I mean, like I'll still have like when I'm out, I'll have a drink, but it's just
Right.
no more double whiskeys before bed for no reason. I mean, I liked it. I like sitting on my bed, having my ice cube, strolling around, never brushing my teeth because I'm just going to sleep with a drink in hand. Like, I liked it. Tucking yourself into bed with a whiskey. It's a good lifestyle. And I did it every day for a couple years there.
I was watching
But-
a lot of Mad Men at the time.
Yeah. No, I drink in that style because my demeanor does not change. Like I can handle my Browns, no problem. You can send me into court, send me into a business meeting. Like I definitely could have worked one of those real marketing jobs, no problem.
Yeah, as long as it's not in the house, it's so much easier to just not.
Oh yeah, no, because it's just the difference between having 4 drinks before bed for absolutely no reason and just not drinking, or at least drinking socially. You know what I mean? Robbie and Paul look like a before and after 10 years after eating cheesesteaks. Not bad.
Thank you, JC.
Rude.
Not bad. But
He
Paul, I
lost
saw a
40
video
pounds.
of you. Must have been on Jessica's page. No shirt on. Get him ready for your Saturday night stream. You look
was-
somewhat built.
That was the after hours locals only stream. So every week we do a 2-hour main show where we have a guest. We go through the news and entertainment, and then afterwards we do just the guest. The locals only is like the guest show. We talk about whatever they want, and our guest that week was like, "Hold on, if this is after hours, I remember after hours on Showtime when I was a kid. Took shirt off, and then we just went in solidarity." But yeah, diabetes. I've been losing a lot of weight, getting my figure back. Trying not to be a
Nice.
fat
You
piece
must
of shit.
you must lift or something. It seems like you
I'm
got
a country
bare
boy.
body.
I live 30 miles out in the woods, and I just have to do a lot of heavy lifting as part of living out in the woods. So I've always
that's
been in
pretty great.
country shape. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, JC, for the chat, by the way.
Yeah, we like money, JC. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna, when you're talking about all this locals and blah blah, I'm like, you guys are you're so not, like, I get stressed out whenever y'all are talking about all the different.
We got 24 beers to afford on a Saturday, so let's go.
Yeah,
Kick it in,
True.
people.
You can make a little bit of it back. It's worth
We work
it.
hard and play hard over at Sibling Rivalry. It's our motto.
I think I've officially made back paying for StreamYard for 2 years now. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah, that's at least come out even.
That's what I said. We're finally at the point where monthly we are actually in the black. We're not in the red anymore. So I'm so happy for that.
It's crazy.
I wonder if I did the math on my comedy career, if I'm even in the green.
Yeah, but I bet you that the experience and the life stories that go along with it are
I'm
probably
definitely
worth it.
I'm in the green at this point for podcasting,
Mhm.
but in terms of like just it depends on what you count towards, I guess, the stand-up expense. If you count the first 6 years of drinking at open mics, I'm probably still in the red.
That's true.
Is that what it took you, about 6 years of doing open mics to actually start taking off?
Oh, I haven't even taken off, buddy.
Whatever.
Robbie, not to blow you up, man, but I would consider you a very big deal.
Oh,
I
that's,
enjoy your stand-up comedy, and I love. What did we review that one time, Forrest Mommy, of his, where he was
Oh,
getting
when he was with those people during the election, and they were like, was the vaccine forced? That one girl, that comedian girl, dark hair.
Yeah, dude, you were Robbie the Fire that night. The whole time we were
thank you,
reviewing
sir.
it, and I was drunk. I was hammered drunk that night. I'm like pausing. I'm like, if I'm Robbie, I would say this, this, and this right now. We hit play, and it was like he goes, and I looked at Force. I'm like, see, that's what I've done. Same damn thing.
You know, I just did there was some wild COVID information last week, which was actually I just did a review of this on Run Your Mouth, but I'll give you guys the bullet points. Fauci was interviewed by the New York Times. I don't know if any of you guys read that. It was a lengthy article. But within that article, for one, even though he didn't say it in these terms, he admitted that cloth masks don't work because when he was asked about the mask, he said, well, if you're wearing an N95 all the time, that would have helped. But that's not wearing a cloth mask. To me, that's a direct admission of the fact that the entire policy that revolved around just having to cover your face was fiction. The other thing that he said, which he's so slick in like kind of just being confusing, but he was essentially claiming that the reason why it all made sense was because they didn't expect the virus to mutate, which sounds to me like I'm not even a scientist, but like I thought all viruses mutate.
Yeah.
So like it does, you know what I mean? Like he's basically admitting, hey, we fucked up. And here's how we fucked up, but like it just doesn't add up with the reality of the fact that they didn't let anyone see the data or question them. And then Rochelle Walachinsky is also stepping down from the CDC, which makes me think. I wonder if like there's actually more damning data coming out down the line that they're actually turning over the regime and making sure that all the people that were involved in the biggest COVID policies are no longer around.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. I think it was just a huge exercise in compliance. Fucking terrible. We had Eric Abinante on last night, and he's got his Fauci documentary coming out on July 4th. And he said his goal with the Fauci documentary is for people to stop calling him a doctor. And he's like, it took so long to make because as soon as he thinks he's done, Fauci keeps running his fucking mouth, adding more to the fucking story. So,
yeah. Well, I'm not the first person to point this out, but I don't know if you guys read Kennedy's book, The Real Anthony Fauci. The fact that there isn't a single defamation lawsuit against Kennedy for that book, considering the claims,
screams volumes. Yep.
Yeah. Because even like when I was following all of the COVID stuff and intensely, I never read childrensdefense.org. I really didn't pay any attention to Kennedy's stuff because he seemed to be taking the most extreme takes and it didn't seem credible. And then I listened to his book, The Real Anthony Fauci, and it was interesting, but like really with proof of the fact that this guy's got a long history of essentially total disregard for human life. Like total disregard for, you know what I mean? Like the things he was doing with AIDS, with kid, like just really, really grotesque, villainous shit where you're like, okay, this is an interesting and scandalous report. I would have to guess that this isn't true. But now, you know, I guess based off the fact that it's 2 years later, Kennedy's potentially running for office and there's not a single defamation lawsuit for that book, you know, that does seem to give it some credibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But will anyone have to like pay for what they did? No.
Yeah, nobody will face any consequences.
Not unless unless it's not, you know, unless it's vigilante kind of stuff. That'd be the only way. But
or through the completely fair and open election process in the United States. That no way is rigged. That is no way ever fucked with. Because we're on YouTube right now, right? So free to fair.
Yeah, we're on YouTube right now.
Eric,
I would love it, and I don't think Donald Trump's going to be the guy to do this, but if someone really ran on, hey, I'm going to pardon everyone who's been arrested for January 6th, and we will be prosecuting Anthony Fauci. I think that would be quite popular.
I agree.
Yeah.
He would have the base locked for sure.
Yeah. Or if he even went like Fauci lied to me, and I apologize to all of you because my hands were stuck, and we're going to prosecute the guy. That'd be awesome. Did you guys see, this was so funny to me. Did you guys watch the footage of Trump when he was, what do they call it when you got to sit down with the lawyer? It's a
deposition.
Yeah. Did any of you guys watch the deposition?
I saw a little bit of it, but not much.
So I've been telling a joke in my act, which has been doing really well, about that I hope that the Stormy Daniels case actually happens because I'd like to see Donald Trump take the witness stand. And I've been doing my impression of Donald Trump on the witness stand. And sadly for me, actual Donald Trump at the deposition is so much funnier than my joke. Like, he's so, like, I went to the most extreme place of what no human being would say, and he's funnier than my joke impression of how he would handle it, where he's sitting there, and I'm taking a little bit further than he went, but the lady says to him, so you said that she's not your type. And in explaining what he means by not, is he goes, yeah, and you're not my type either, okay? Listen, you fat pig, I would have banged you anyway, okay? That's what I mean. He literally starts lambasting the lady. She's not his type either. It's so amazing.
He like keeps, and the way he says it too, it's just like so smooth Trump.
Yeah,
he just, like,
yeah, you're
like,
not my type either, okay?
It comes out with any like hesitation or thought, like,
yeah. And then it's also because the entire Carol, what's her name? Carol Baskin, or no, that's the, I don't know, Carol Roth. Carol Roth. I think her name's Carol Roth. Carol Baskin's the crazy tiger lady, I think. But so this Carol Roth lady has already come out on the news as being pro-rape. So essentially, her claim is that Donald Trump ruined her wholesome rape fantasies. This was not the kind of casual rape she was looking for. And then she's not actually able to get, like, he ruined rape for her. Like, she had a more wholesome vision for what rape was supposed to be like. And because Donald Trump did it to her, he ruined the rape relationship she could have had in her life.
Maybe he actually is a monster. Maybe I've been looking at this all wrong.
Well, the story does kind of sound like him. That's the problem. The problem is the story that her claim is that he walked up to her and said, oh, so hey, you're that writer lady. Sounds like something he would say. Then he starts trying to drum up conversation, I guess, about like the lingerie and getting her to try on the lingerie. She then tries to, I guess she's like convincing him that he should try on the lingerie. She thinks she's going to get a story out of that Donald Trump tried on lingerie for them. And this is her claim. They go into like the changing room and he just pushes her right up against the wall. And, you know, I mean, just fucking closer. Donald Trump right there, then and there.
Fucking gangster move.
Yeah. And then she from there lived a much. But then there's a secondary claim that Donald Trump was being aggressive with the writer at Mar-a-Lago. But then, like, I don't know, if you're pulling that move at a department store, that can't be a one-off.
Yeah, that's not your first time.
Yeah, that sounds like you got a whole protocol. You know which changing room you're going to. You actually, I mean, that sounds like some ninja shit. You actually know how to pull down a lady, push her up against, like, that sounds like, what, do you take a class for that? How do you figure that one out? How many times does that have to work? This sounds terrible. It sounds like I'm endorsing. I'm not endorsing rape. If you did it, I don't know. You should actually be going to jail. It's crazy that it's just a defamation lawsuit that would then get thrown out against like, that's the thing, because he was sitting president at the time. If it was defamation, it just gets thrown out because you're not allowed to, like, the president's not allowed to be liable for defamation. To me, it's more, I think there's a reason why you have statutory limitations. It's because it's hard to prove your innocence 30 years after an event took place. And then I think particularly when it comes to female accusations like this, like what we saw with Kavanaugh, I guess at some point, like, when do we start, I guess, making it criminal to make false accusations, or doing a better job of, like, I guess, really researching the incidents to come to, like, a conclusion or such truth. That's the OCD in me. It just gets annoying when it's like, false claim too long ago. We don't know. Moving on.
And that's, I think that's the biggest thing. We see so many false claims in modern day because there is no punishment for making a false claim.
And then everywhere else in life, we know not to believe women. Why would we believe them here when they might ruin someone's life? I mean, every day we're interacting with women. We're like, sure. All right, I'll give you a promotion. You know what I mean? We're placating them everywhere else. And then all of a sudden they make a claim that can actually ruin someone. And then we just go, well, you got to believe them. They're a lady. We don't operate that way.
Am I right?
What'd you say, Hex?
I said hashtag believe all women.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stop white women.
Oh, that too. But
at this, what is, like, I hate to fucking Matt Walsh this, but what is a woman? Where do we have the distinction in this believe all women thing?
I'm a trans woman to most people, so you know.
I did it.
a woman too.
Haven't you posted enough nudes to get a pass here? I don't get it.
It's weirdos who don't follow me, I suppose, but
yeah. It's people who are too lazy to seek out the truth. And like I've always told you, If you ever want the truth, $40. DM me. I'll send you all the pictures you need.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. What you mean for you got the Forest Mommy pics or the Paul pics?
Here. Force Mommy hard drive right there.
There you go.
God.
Loaded and ready to roll.
This is just
I should
20.
I should write $40 a pop on that so I can hold it up.
God. And it's funny. There are, I know that people save pictures. Obviously, Paul saves pictures, but like class folders. Because I posted nudes and lewds for like almost 20 years now on the internet. Well, since 2007, I would say. So
You're an OG.
Don't make me
lewd
sound like a
poster.
creep. When you hired me, you said I could only pay you in nudes right now.
yeah. All the nudes.
Well, you did say yes to that job, so
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
yeah, that's a great arrangement you got there.
It works so well
Yeah.
for me.
He gets paid. He gets paid very highly. Very highly.
Adam and Alice pay me double. I'm just kidding.
Oh God! What kind of photos are they sending you?
What about?
Yeah,
Is
a
there
lot
a
of
hex
light
follow? Is there a hex folder?
Nah, Hex didn't hire me.
Oh,
Oh,
Price is
Hex
too
is the
steep for
one
him.
person. There was even a channel on the Discord called Hex's Peen, and Peen was the only peen not in there.
Treasure trove of dicks, Robbie. Every dick in the FMU was
oh
on
yeah,
this
I
thing.
still have yet to see this. The Discord of dicks.
Oh, it's
hidden.
gone now.
It's hidden now. It's hidden.
It's gone
now.
from the internet. It's been stricken.
I mean, it can come back eventually, but it's scrubbed from view.
Once
Oh,
Tyrant
okay.
Mommy ran for office, no more fun was allowed to be had.
There you go. Well, one day I hope to be able to do a Forest Mommy Discord dick review. Honestly, if the next time you have me on, if maybe like people can't see it, but I get to actually do a dick review, I would enjoy that.
I bet you a lot of these degens would come on and do it live for them.
No, they fucking would. It took them well, I mean, what men are ridiculous like that anyways. But yeah, it was just like it started.
But the funniest part was you were saying it was just all men reviewing each other's penises.
It was
like,
positive
it wasn't...
too. It was everybody was there was nobody that was mean to anybody else. Like, hey man, that's a nice dick. Good job. Fuck yeah, great angle. And then it like started like Glock Dick Wednesdays where like everybody would hold their dick up to their guns and take pictures of it. It was like a fucking train wreck, and the whole time, every time I'd see it light up with a notification, I'm like, I can't not look.
Yeah, at what point do you have to start reconsidering if you're gay when you're lighting up that another dick pic came in?
It was male centric. It was completely male centric. It was not.
Right.
Oh, there'd be
No.
times people would have like accessories on their guns, and it'd be like the dick pic. It'd be like, oh man, where'd you get that red dot? Weirdest
These
thing
are
in the
the
world.
people this is who I attract into my life. Just people who want to put their
The
clock
Forest
next to
Mommy
their
Dick
jaw.
Support Group.
Oh, Adam. Well, I hate to leave it there at Dick's, but my family just came home, and now we have to celebrate. Somebody's having a birthday tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know who, but
Ooh, happy birthday!
thank you.
Is May
But-
8th.
What?
It is May 8th. Happy birthday.
Thanks. You better tell me tomorrow too.
What do you got?
Okay.
What do you got planned for your birthday?
The actual day, I'm just hanging out at the forest all day, and then my dad's taking me for a steak dinner because he's
Ooh,
in
that's so
town.
wholesome. Can you say that again? That was fun. Steak dinner.
A
Mom
steak
and Pop's
dinner.
gonna take me down to the local restaurant for a steak dinner.
My dad's taking me down. It's gonna be good, but it'll be fun. He's in town. It's fun to hang out with him. So
Mom
mom's
not
not
around.
good.
Just
Mom's
you and,
not
just
around.
you and old Pa going
just
out
me
for
and
steaks.
Dad doing some projects around the house. You know. So
Dad and
Like
Dog
a Hillary
Time, having
Clinton
himself a
politician.
fancy steak dinner.
When you're campaigning in Southern Arvada, you get like an accent.
if black people open the door, I'm gonna talk like black people. If Mexican people open the door, I'm gonna talk like Mexican people. I mean, this is how
Hey,
you connect.
I think
This is
you're
how
already
you
doing it
connect.
wrong.
Hillary
If,
Clinton,
if
that's
black people open the door, you're supposed to run. I mean, you got to stay safe out there. Otherwise, you can't. A dead person doesn't win the race. They vote in them, but they don't win them.
It's true. Do you have any dates you want to plug coming up, Robbie, or thing?
Yeah, every Wednesday, Cafe Bohemia. I do this 8 p.m. show. It's real casual. You can just show up. You can get tickets online. Promo code FIRE. Put my friends up. Work on the new jokes. This weekend, I'm in Tampa with Dave Smith. Doing Run Your Mouth twice a week, and then Summer Porch Tour dates coming soon once I actually take some Adderall and confirm them.
That's good.
Solid.
Paul, you want to plug too since you're on stream?
Thank you, Adam. Sibling Reverie every Saturday nights on Rumble. Sibling Reverie on Locals. Sib_Rev on Twitter. Follow us. We'd love to have you. We're incredibly racist, and we drink a lot of beers on Saturday nights while talking about the news.
Hex.
Hexcelerate everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Rumble, Bandcamp, all of that. Join me every Thursday at 6 p.m. EST if you want to watch me make music and shoot the shit and chat.
Very good. And he'll probably start doing more streams. All mine are just going to be random now. So JessicaVensky.com for my campaign. And I've been putting stuff on that website and making it cool. So people could please. And if you see a grammar issue, please tell me. And that's it. Forest Mommy everywhere else. Take us out, Paul.